And before we begin, let me ask you a question. Have you ever felt lost? I'm not talking about losing your way on a map. I know it's almost impossible with that little device in your hand. Here I'm talking about, that feeling deep inside? The one that makes you question everything about your life, career, purpose, and the question of, am I on the right path? As a coach, I've met many people who have come to me saying that they feel lost. Oh, I hate my job, but I don't know where to go. I feel miserable at work every day. After 10 years in my job, I realized that this is not what I want, but I don't know what I really want. Do you know what I say to them? Congratulations, my friend. You're in a perfect place to begin your self-discovery journey to find the real you. You see, you think you're living a life of your own choice, but you're not. You're living the way of what other people think you should live. So-called well-designed, perfect, linear path, and it's like a race. Let's see who reaches to the first. In fact, Dr. Joe Dispenza, a neuroscientist and author, mentioned that up to 95% of who you are runs on a program hardwired in your subconscious mind, and most of your decisions made without even realizing it. And this program mind also controlled my entire 20s using lots of different voices. You should get a job at a bigger company. You should get paid as much as she does. Who ever heard of this? Stable and well-paid job is the best. Give me this one. What? You can't take a break? Then you're left behind. Why? I asked the voices. Well, that's how it is, they answered. So that's what I did. I got a stable and well-paid job right after I graduated university. Everyone was in a hurry to stay on the same track and the same schedule and the same speed, and I tried my best to keep it up. And in my first year in my first job, I definitely became a high-performing employee, beloved by my manager, closing the deal and being praised in front of everyone, and I wore that badge with pride. Yeah? However, by my second year, things took a turn. One afternoon, my manager approached me with his eyes gleaming excitement and saying, "Hey, Dasol, hear me out. The big boss has the perfect plan for your career path, so just keep up with the good work, huh?" And there, my friends, I felt lost. Completely lost. As if something, deep inside was telling me that this is not what I want. I had spent years following the script, chasing the success exactly the voices told me to, and I've never once stopped and asked myself the question, what does the real me truly want? So when this question triggered me deep inside, I had no answer to give, and I felt lost. And this feeling of being lost became bigger and literally squeezed my chest so hardly that it literally paralyzed my entire body and mind, and I couldn't perform at work as usual. Something wasn't right. And one day after work, I went to the gym as usual. But that day was different. I couldn't lift a single weight, as if my entire body was just stuck there. And out of the corner of my eyes, I saw this yoga room. It was empty and dark, so I went inside, opened up a yoga mat, and I lay down, looking at the ceiling, feeling lost. Don't know how long I was there. Few people began to come in, opened their yoga mats, and a teacher came in and began to lead a yoga session. The first yoga class ever in my life began just like that. And at the end of the class, there was this short meditation session, and we all closed our eyes. And the teacher said, turn your focus inward and hear what your true self is telling you. Is this what you're saying? No, it's not my voice. It's from my family. Is this what you're saying? No, it's not my voice. It's from my friends. And this is from my boss. And this is from social media. Once I recognized that all these voices were not mine, they began to lose power. And slowly but surely, I could hear my inner voice revealing the true self. And I finally felt free. Since then, my life began to unfold. I quit my job and came to China to join a master's program in entrepreneurship. And surrounded by 32 students from 25 different countries, I had the opportunity to learn and grow alongside with people from diverse perspectives. I worked at 4 different companies, from a startup team to the world's top consulting firm. I had the opportunity to explore all the possibilities beyond the limiting beliefs I've heard, focusing on the voice within. And now here I am in this foreign country running my coaching business, helping young professionals to gain clarity and courage to find their own career journey. And this is just the beginning. And now, looking back, I'm super glad that I felt lost. But my manager came to show me that ready-made plan, because it was in that moment of feeling lost that I finally began to see the real me. The reason why I'm telling you this story is because being truthful to yourself is the first step to find the real you. And it gotta be your own truth. Not from someone else's, not from social media, come on, not from even ChatGPT, but yours. And to be truthful to yourself, you need to learn to listen to your inside voice, a practice we call mindfulness. According to Dr. John Kabat-Zinn, a pioneer and a scientist in mindfulness research, he said mindfulness is a practice of being fully present in the moment, being aware of your thoughts, emotions, and aware of your sensations exactly as it is, without any judgment. It's not about achieving a blank mind or avoiding the reality. It's rather about embracing the reality exactly as it is. Because, when we're mindful, we create this beautiful space between stimulus and response. And it is in this space where we find clarity, truth, and freedom. However, in an age dominated by the AI and digital technology, you're unfamiliar with this space, huh? Algorithms are designed to capture and hold our attention so badly that leaving little room for pause or deep reflection. You are so conditioned to constantly scrolling, reacting to notifications, news, and social media. So when you're not reacting or not getting immediate answer, like from ChatGPT, you feel lost. And from my experience in the yoga room, I realized that, our real self, the real me, wasn't outside. It was in that space, exact space where you feel lost. The space between stillness and silence. The space where you felt lost. And this realization led me to join the Vipassana retreat. Anyone heard about it? It's a 10-day silent meditation retreat, deeply rooted in ancient Buddhist teaching in mindfulness. And even the Vipassana itself means see the things as they really are. And it's a practice of mindfulness through thorough and deep observation. And for 10 days, I meditated 10 hours per day, completely detached from all the electronic devices. Can you imagine? All the stimulating diets and external voices, no coffee, and all the noises from outside the world. Just remaining in that space where you felt lost in silence. First few days, can you imagine? I was totally exhausted. As you could imagine, my mind was wandering all over the places. Like, why am I here? Is this even working? Am I wasting my time? Can I really do this? Even my body, was screaming for an inch of movement and a little shot of a dopamine. I need a cafe. Until I was so exhausted that I literally just stopped fighting. I just gave up. And instead of avoiding the discomfort or the pain, I lean into it, listening, observing, and allowing as it is. And in that raw, vulnerable space, I saw the real me. She wasn't lost. She wasn't lost. She was just buried under fear, expectation, limitations. And as I take a deep breath in and out, I shed layers after layer after layers of all the voices that were never heard, releasing and letting go of all the expectations of who I thought I should be. And in that empty space where I felt lost, I could deeply connect with the real me. Now, probably you might think, so where do I begin? 10 hours of meditation for 10 days? Oh my gosh, I'm out. Was it that you're thinking? Don't worry, my friends. You don't need a 10-day meditation retreat to begin your mindfulness journey. But you can start shortly, start small, right here, right now, together with me. As a coach, I created this framework to help my clients to find their true selves. And today I'm going to release the secrets with you. Are you ready for it? Yeah? So, the secret finding the real you is, drumroll please, be real. Be real. Simple, right? Yes, because the framework name is Be Real. And here, the letter R represents rapport. Before having any deep conversations, you need to build a rapport, a sense of connection and trust. And let me ask you this. How comfortable are you with your real self? Anyone? Great. If your real self is a total stranger, then we can try this together. I invite you to close your eyes. Let's try this together. I invite you to close your eyes and place your hands in front of your heart. And let's start taking a deep breath in and out. As you quiet your mind, you may ask yourself these questions. Hey, how are you doing today? How do you really feel right now? I'm here for you. No need to force an answer, but just allow and observe what arises. Beautiful. Next, the letter E and A represents evoking awareness. Now that you've connected with your real self, let's invite deeper awareness. And you may continue to close your eyes and really ask your real self, what is this feeling trying to tell you. If there were no fear, no limitation, no expectation, what would you truly want? Try to open up your heart and embrace all the possibilities that your real self is revealing to you. Great job. And the final word, letter L, represents letting go. Now, with this new awareness, what old beliefs should you let go of? Imagine yourself releasing all the old beliefs and limiting beliefs that you heard, all the voices that were never yours, as if you're taking off the red stickers off from your chest, your shoulder, your heart. Yes. Beautiful. Now take a deep breath in. And out. And you may open your eyes. How was it? Good? Yeah. You might felt a gentle nudge, the one that I felt for the first time. Or perhaps you might had a deep and meaningful conversation with your real self. And whichever it is, know that you're exactly where you need to be. Right? And remember, you don't have to do this by yourself. Once you begin your mindfulness journey, right people will show up and you just need to welcome them. I know this because I myself experienced it. I get connected with so many like-minded people along with my journey, and it's been so powerful. So let me ask you this. Are you still feeling lost, my friend? Then congratulations, you're in a perfect place to begin your mindfulness practice. And remember, feeling lost is not the end of the world, but it's the beginning of the journey to finding the real you. Thank you.